Hi everybody, Nigel the Review, Nigel's Modelling Bench, as if you didn't know that already. Another kit review for you today, and this is something with a little bit of a different twinge to it. Basically, I've got this kit because I want to enter a group build. I haven't done a group build for years. So I wanted to enter this group build, and it's the group build of Luke Carswell over at Black Rifle Model Works. He's done a YouTube video all about it, which I'll link down below. Just have a look in the not the comments but the description below the video. There'll be a link there where you can go and see the YouTube video, and in there he'll tell you, you can go over then Facebook and find his community. But basically I've spoken to Luke and I've asked him if I can enter this model and build it in his group build but still feature it as a video build on my channel, and he's fine with that. So I know some people don't like it. If you can hear some funny noises, that's Jess down below the desk. So today is the 27th of June 2023. And the group build starts on the 1st of July 2023. So I have bought this kit specifically to do the group build. And it's this. This is a Meng Chieftain Mk10, as you can see, and as you probably knew by the description. And I've got this, as I say, specifically to do the group build because I think it really, really fits in beautifully with the fact that it's totally within the reign of our Queen. So 1952 to 2022. Luke would like us to do something that's a little bit testing. As you know, I don't do a lot of armour, I mainly do aircraft, so it's testing me there. Luke is actually doing aircraft because he generally does armour and like Warhammer stuff and stuff like that. And also I'm going to do this Berlin scheme because that's going to be really testing. So this is what it's all about. I've got this kit, it's literally come this afternoon, and I haven't even looked inside the box. I haven't looked at any reviews. I don't know what it's like, but my latest experience of the Tacom Apache means I don't want to do a Tacom kit for a while. The Hobby Boss tank transporter means I don't want to do a Hobby Boss kit for a while. So I thought I do like Meng. They are lovely. They've generally got loads of those ejector pin marks stick out and everything, but we'll see what this one's like. But generally I think Meng are pretty good. So let's have a look in the box. We'll have a look around the box first. So you see here they've teamed up with AK Interactive Paint, so we'll have to do another. I'm sure we'll find all the right colours for it anyway. We've got some like CAD images there of the model, which I'd much rather see the real thing. CAD images don't show bad joints and ejector pin marks and stuff, do they? We've got some wording there you can freeze frame and have a read if you want. It tells you about the kit and about the tank itself. And I also noticed on there, it's in a place called Mong Kok, which I thought was very funny. Anyway, so on here, the breakdown of steel blue composite armour follows its installation on the real vehicle. The gun mantlet cover and gun barrel thermal sleeve are designed by digital sculpting. The infrared searchlight has internal construction. Horizontal spring suspension and shock absorbers are accurately replicated. I don't know if that means it actually works or not. I should imagine it does. The kit includes easy to assemble single pin workable tracks. I love workable tracks. I can't stand rubber bands. All crew hatches can be built open or closed. Clear lights, observation ports and optical sights are included. Fine PE parts are included, and 2 paint schemes are provided. I hope, well, it will be. That was well done, wasn't it? So we shall see. So the kit number is TS051. So it's part of their Tyrannosaurus Rex range. And as I say, this is the first time I've looked in here. What's this here? This is a competition you can enter and win money. So, well, guys, I had to stop there because Jess started barking out of the window. So this is unusual. It's a very, very light plastic. It's almost white. Very nice. It's got a lovely finish on it. So we've got individually bagged sprues. So there's one. I say that, and then I've got the first bag I've come across. It's got 2 sprues in it. So there's got road wheels and everything. Turret base and the barrel, which is in 2 pieces, which is absolutely fine. A lot of people go mad about not having a metal barrel, and that it really don't bother me. Track links, so that's good. They've got a greeblies there, track pins, turret hull, interesting. If you remember, I did make a start on that Tamiya Chieftain, but that went in the bin. I just got bored with it. So bored with it because it's such an old kit. It's a nice sheet of photo etch there, which is lovely. And we have some instructions, and what's this here? So we'll get this out of this bag. We'll get that box out of the way. So we'll see what's in this bag. Looks very nice. So basically, yeah, this group build, the rules are it has to be you know, something that was used or manufactured under the Queen's realm in the United Kingdom. What does it say? Produced or used in the United Kingdom and Commonwealth during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, 1952 to 2022. The kit has to be brand new and unstarted on the 1st of July, so it's no good picking up your half-built something or other. And also, what else was it I saw there? At the end of the group build, completed entries will be posted on the group and group members will vote for their favourite. So it's not one of these admin things, the members of the group vote. So you'll see. And the winner gets a £30 Scale Model Shop gift card, a Black Rifle Model Works mug, pen, stickers. Second place gets a £20 Scale Model Shop gift card, Black Rifle Model Works mug, pen and stickers, and third place is just the mug, pen and the stickers. So there we go. I won't be winning any of that, I can assure you, because if Luke's well, no, he can't win if he's an admin, isn't he? So there we go. But anyway, what we've got here are some cards. I don't know where this has come from, but it's rather nice. We've got it in all the different languages. This is very nice, isn't it? Kind of description what the tank is all about. How unusual. Right, so as usual, we'll start off by looking at the instructions, and very nice they look too. So nice image on the front. Here we've got the usual sort of, these are the recommended tools, and your legend and stuff is in here, is it? Nope, they've got about decal application. Nothing about a legend, that's unusual. That's unusual. Normally have the legend, don't they, to tell you like what all this means. Like that means paint, that means, oh, they've got the legends in the boxes, okay. So so we're going to assemble up our sprockets, main road wheels and idlers by the look of it. Or is that, that's return rollers, that's the idlers, and these are the main road wheels. So all very nice. Separate tyres, but they've got part of the rim on the tyre, so you're still going to have to do some masking or careful brush painting or whatever. But very, very nice. Somebody did ask me about, in one of my beginners videos, could I show you how I deal with sanding these and stuff? So I'll make sure I make a video about that from this kit. So whoever that was that asked me, I can't remember now, I will do it. So we have a spring. I don't recall seeing any springs in that box when I was getting parts out. So we may have missing parts, we shall see. Or maybe the springs are moulded plastic. Is there a parts call out? It looks like, yeah, it looks like I may have a bag of parts missing, or I just didn't see it, or it's inside the hull perhaps. Yes, it's inside the hull, there we go. Right, phew, that was a bit worrying. So, building up the suspension, looks like it's all going to work, which is very, very nice. And that's all going to go together, so there's going to be 6 lots of those. We've got the little actuators for the shock absorbers, and they're all going to work as well, which is really, really nice. Return rollers here, and then we've got the supports going on for the side skirts. You might wish to leave those off at the moment because they might be a bit vulnerable to getting broken off. And then we've got the same thing here with the different design for the other side or front, back, whatever. Then we're on to the hull, adding some plates into the bottom, adding on the drive sprocket hubs, and then the idler hubs at the front there. Again, you might want to do that after you've got the tracks on to make sure you get the track tension correct. We shall see when we build it. And then, okay, lovely detail there with the bolt going on the front. And it's telling us to drill some holes in here, and we're going to fit our spotlights on the front. Something I did notice up here, they talked about 2 different versions. Just want A and B. So you've got to select the option before you start. I don't know what the difference is going to be between the 2, but I'll definitely be doing A, because that's going to really test my masking skills. So yeah, adding also bits and pieces here. We've got some railings going on the front. Looks like we've got casting marks on the hull, which is nice, casting numbers. And then we've got the base going in for the turret. Some little bits and pieces of greeblies. We've got the driver's hatch going in there. And I think that's some of the extra armour, isn't it, there? Engine grills, looks like they're all photo etch. And then brackets and grab handles and stuff. It looks to be very well detailed, certainly a lot nicer than that Tamiya one. Plus the Tamiya one wasn't a Mark 10. Stowage boxes going on the sides there. I'm guessing that is repeat on the other side, I think that symbol there. We've got the back plate going on. And then we've got the exhaust silencer and everything going together with the exhaust pipes. Get those all rusted up and looking good. Mirrors going on here. Be a little bit careful about when you fit all this because it's all going to get broken off very easily. It looks like we've got decals going on our fire extinguisher there, which is a very nice touch. Shame the Hobby Boss kit didn't have them. Maybe we could copy those and use them. Onto the other side now, building up the fenders, and then we're going to put those fenders on. We've got some towing ropes going on, more boxes, adding all the suspension in, adding the wheels. This is an unusual route for assembly. I think I would be tempted to put the wheels on first, or the suspension at least. I didn't notice, were the wheels on polycaps? No, yes they are. The wheels are on polycaps, so great. So you've got to take the wheels off, put them on to build it, get your tracks all done, and then take it all apart for painting, which is great. Assembling up our multi-part tracks there, so we've got a jig, and then we've got our pins going in, and they're all on those, just put them all in together as you can see here, and then just slice them all off. I'll show you how I do that. Fitting on the side plates, and then adding on the turret there, putting the turret together, adding the, I think that's going to be a machine gun. Gun mantlet and turret armor going on here, and then we've got the laser sight going on. See, this is what's nice with Meng. They tell you what it all is. They give you all the colour call outs. They tell you what everything is. You know, Hobby Boss and Trumpeter, it's just like bang, 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 and at the end of it you get an image of something which is green and doesn't tell you what country it's from, what period it's from, regiment, whatever, nothing. So yeah. So we've got boxes going on the side here. Lifting eyes there, more lifting eyes there, and then we've got the infrared searchlight, infrared or white searchlight. I'm guessing you've got a choice there. We shall see when we build it. And then you've got the door going over the front. You can have it closed or open. They've got internal hinge detail on there, which is very nice. White searchlight mode, infrared searchlight mode. So I guess the K8 part, I guess that's the red part, is it? Sure, I guess you paint that red. I don't know, or black or whatever, I don't know. We will find out. So we've got hatches going on the back there, attaching a loader's sight. Got the big light going on the side there. It's going to look great, this thing, covered in greeblies. It looks really good, like a T90, love that. We've got the hatches going together there. We can have those open and closed. They've got internal detail, and we've got all the colour call outs for them there. We've got a cable winch going on the side there, which is a nice touch. Turret toolbox, that's going to go on the side of the turret. Normally it would go on the back window, that's going to go on the side. And then we've got commander's observation ports assembly. So these are going to be like vision ports. And then we've got them all going on there, all clear, so we'll get those all painted up, and if you get them right you can actually make them almost work. Commander's hatch going together again with all the internal detail. Be interesting to see if there's ejector pin marks everywhere and stuff, because you look at the instructions, you think, oh, that's lovely, and then when you get to the part, it's injector, you know, the ejector pin there, and it's right in the middle of that little tiny handle, so they're nearly impossible to get rid of. But we'll have a look in a minute. And then we've got the commander's cupola going on. We've got a light there by the look of it, and then that's all going to go together on top of the turret. Very highly detailed area. That's going to look fantastic. And then we've got this turret bustle cover going over. It's great for idiots like me. They tell you what it is. Attaching the NBC filter pack. That should be Nigel's Bodlin bench, not NBC. Got the NBC filter pack going on there, so that's going onto the back. And then we're going to build up the turret basket, which is going to be black, a plastic, which looks nice rather than having it all in photo etch, because you get that three-dimensional round tubes rather than just flat PE. And that's all going to go PE inside there, so the basket part of it is PE, which is nice. And then we've got more basket bits going on the outside of it, more PE going into a basket there. And then we're building up the machine gun. Very, very nicely detailed. And then we've got the basket going on the side there, and we've got another basket going on the side there. So these are going to look amazing. The gun barrel there is going to go on, the main gun. That's very nice. I will put that together first. That'll be the first thing I do, is put that together, clamp it all up, let it dry, and then when I come to need it, it'll be ready to go. And no, I won't be buying an aftermarket barrel. And then we've got our sprue call outs here. Decals look pretty good. We've got 3 lots of decals for the fire extinguishers, looking at that. So fingers crossed we can just get away with using one of them and use one on the use a couple on the Scamel. So there we go. So we got the Armoured Squadron, British Infantry Brigade, British Army, West Germany, 1989. So that fits perfectly for the group build. And then this one is an Armoured Unit, British Army Exercise Fighting Herald, West Germany, 1988. So they haven't given you actually what the squadron is, but you've got the correct registration numbers and everything. But at least they're telling you where it's from, what period it is, you know, who it was, British Army. And trumpets just give you like 3 or 4 different colours. That's it. And then going over the page here, we've got all our colour callouts in Meng, AK or Acrison. So we'll have to do some cross-reference in there. The only thing that's going to be a trick, I'll have to look up on the internet, look at some references, or maybe somebody can tell me in the comments below what the actual 3 colours are there in Tamiya. So, or a mix of Tamiya. I'm sure I can find them somewhere if nobody can tell me, but it looks very, very good, and it's going to be very, very tricky. But and then with a bit of streaking and stuff on it as well, a little bit of weathering, and then we can stick it on the back of that scammer. So let's have a look at some plastic. We'll start with the main hull. Grab my knife. Sorry about this, as I say, I do like to do my reviews fresh, so I could easily go through the kit and have a look at it all, but I'd rather learn about it with you, and that way we both get to see it fresh. So there we go, yeah, there's our 6 springs in there, and we've got all our poly caps there, so that's a nice touch. So we've got our hull. That's 2021. I didn't even know Meng did this. Peter Field, who's the guy who's been helping me with the Scamel, he sent me an email to say he just ordered this kit. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look at that. And I had a look, and I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. Because I've always fancied the Takum one, but apparently it's got issues. I'm not sure. Maybe this has got issues as well. I don't know. But that is extremely light coloured plastic, isn't it? And it's got a lovely kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a, it's not like the grainy finish you get on Airfix, but it is a very nice finish. There's a lovely weld seam down the middle there. Hear that? We've got an injector, an injection point there to get rid of, I think, unless that's supposed to be there if it's a bolt head or something. I'm not sure. But very, very nice indeed. I'm just looking, the weld detail on here is gorgeous. Can you see that there? Maybe you can see that. It is gorgeous. Lucky they didn't get snapped off, they look quite vulnerable. The engine deck looks very nicely detailed. We've got fuel in raised lettering on the fuel fillers, which is nice. We've got, yeah, on the front you've got lovely casting on that front plate, and we've got casting numbers as well on there, if you can see those in shadow. Absolutely, it's really nice, isn't it? Really, really nice. So there we go. What a lovely looking kit. Then we'll have a look at the actual turret itself. We've got a mixture of bags here. This is what Meng always do. Sometimes it's staples, sometimes it's oh, come out. Sometimes it's staples, sometimes it's cut bags, sometimes it's the bags that you easily open. I think they have probably different little areas where they do their packaging. God, dear, bloody staples, I hate them. I'm not using that bag again. So there's the main turret, and as you can see on there, the casting is gorgeous. It is lovely. And the weld, you can see the weld seams down there as well. This is just begging for a nice wash to pick all this up. You can see the weld seams around there as well. What a beautiful looking model. If it goes together as well as it looks here, then it's going to be really going to be something else. So here we have luckily a cut open bag that I don't have to wrestle with. So this has got a couple of sprues in it. So we've got our clear sprue, and those lenses for that searchlight are mega clear. Especially considering they chucked it in a bag with another sprue. I can't believe how clear they've stayed and unscratched. But they are gorgeous. Look at that, they are lovely. Let's find something. See how clear they are. There's no distortion or anything. Very, very nice indeed. And that's our little jig there for building up our tracks. And there's our vision ports there for the commander. Another light lens there. Beautiful clear parts. They're going in a bag on their own. I'm not putting them back in with this one. So there's our rear plate. There's our idler mounts at the front. We've got the base of the turret, some stowage boxes, that's another stowage box there, armour that goes around the commander's the driver's hatch. Very nice indeed. No silly ejector pin marks anywhere. And things like this, you see, this is where Hobby Boss could take a tip from Meng. You've got these parts here, all the ejector pins are on this side. You've got these parts here, lovely, smooth and flat, and you go on the other side, and they've got no ejector pin marks because they've used these little additional parts to put the injectors on them. So it looks like there are no ejector pin marks on parts that you are going to see. Perhaps that one there, I'm not sure, but there's a couple on that hatch, but that hatch rotates, it doesn't open, so you're not going to see that anyway. But no, very, very nice indeed. And then our third sprue, third and fourth sprue. We have, well, third, fourth and fifth sprue. Here we have all our track pins, which are, I love the way they do this. You cut them off, you push them into the jig, go on with your nippers, nip all the sprues off, tracks are done. That's it. And if you're not going to play with it, they'll be absolutely fine. But you get it to sit on detailed stuff. You're putting that on top of that clear sprue like an idiot. Let's get that clear sprue over there out of the way. Right, put them there. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. The detail on that machine gun is beautiful, and it's slide molded, so it's got a hollow end. That's the side of the winch there. That's the other part of the winch there. I'm just picking up on parts, so I think I know what they are. We've got a searchlight there. And then the hatches, oh, here we go, look. There's the hatch there that can be folded up. And I was saying about ejector pin marks. And there are none. No ejector pin marks in there at all. There are ejector pin marks in them, but I don't think they're openable hatches. There's no ejector pin marks in those hatches. They swivel up. So, and they've got a lovely cast texture on the top of them, as have these. I don't know if you can pick that up. But, very, very nice. I'm sure there are many, many Chieftain experts out there now that are watching this and cringing at my descriptions of stuff. And I'm sorry guys, but my knowledge of this is not great. That's why I'm doing it, because it's out of my comfort zone and it'll sit on the back of that Scam lovely. So, that's the back of the searchlight. And they haven't put any ejector pin marks in there at all. Oh, this is like heaven after that Hobby Boss thing. This is wonderful. And you can see this is all the framing for the basket, and there's hardly any seam lines on there or anything. Oh, it's just bloody, it's gorgeous, look at it. Really, really nice. I recommend you go and get one of these, guys. Get one and join in the group build. Be fun, wouldn't it? I'm not even sure how it works. I'll have to ask Luke. I guess I put pictures up every now and again of my progress. So we've got two sprues here which are identical. These are the B sprues, and again, very, very nice clean moulding. You've got the pressed steel sort of beading there on the toolboxes. Some very, very fine little grab rails and stuff there. Look at them, they're gorgeous. Exhaust is in half, so you haven't got a horrible great lump. You have a nice hollow end to it, just have to do a bit of seam work. A lot of people get really upset when things are in halves, like gun barrels and stuff. It's gluing two parts together, it's not an issue, you know, it's it shouldn't be an issue for anyone. Track links here, I'm not going to get these out obviously, but you can see they're all sort of on sprues of two, so you have minimal cleanup on them. Turret base. And it looks like we have a vinyl mantlet cover. Yes, this is a soft material, so you should be able to get that to force back in. I'm not sure if this stuff is going to be, is this stuff going to be gluable with Tamiya extra thin? Let's have a look. No, it's not affecting it at all, so I guess that's just going to push into place, or maybe a drop of super glue, I don't know. But sometimes these vinyl parts can be a bit of a pain, but They're tiny, there's nothing to them, so they'll be absolutely fine. Worst bit is when Meng do all their hydraulic lines and it's getting the seam line off them, it's a nightmare. Stick them in the freezer, make them a bit harder, it makes it a little bit easier. So there's the base of our turret. You can see we've got detail on the bottom there. And there's our armour. That's all got weld seams and looks like a weld seam. And the beautiful, beautiful cast texture. Can you imagine this with a wash and some filters on it? It's going to look amazing. And that gun barrel, look at that on the end. That is beautifully done. It's even sort of sagged instead of just being straight, where it's concertinaed up. And that's going to be lovely. It's going to be a lot of work to get that done, but it's going to pay for itself a million times over. It's going to be lovely. So we're getting close to the end now. Some of you will be thankful to know. Just get this one open. And don't worry guys, if you're wondering, whenever I finish a review I put everything back in its bags. Even during my build, all the sprues go back in their bags, because when they're like this, okay, they're absolutely fine, okay, and you put another sprue in on top and it's fine, right? If you don't put the sprues back in the bags, you can see that that can catch, snap things off, damage little pins and stuff like that. So always worth putting your sprues back in the bags. Now what we have here is sprue A, and these are, just turn over so it's the right way up. I know it doesn't matter, but so we have here our road wheels. We have a lot of our suspension components. There's the idlers there. We've got the shock absorber links. All our tyres. This is the outer part of the, or the that's the inner part of the suspension. That's the outer part. That's the inner part of the suspension units. So yeah, it's we've got our return rollers there, but everything is just gorgeous. Now accuracy, I don't know, as I say, I know nothing about the subject, but I'm just looking like this sprocket is beautiful. And you can see they've put the attachment points on the ends of the teeth. A lot of manufacturers these days put them between the teeth, and sometimes they're a nightmare to clean out. But having them on the end is easy, you just snip them off and then just sand the ends. It's this would make a great first armour kit for an experienced modeller. So I'm not saying this would be good for a beginner, but for an experienced modeller I think it would be great. I think also on here the thing to do with these wheels is build them up and paint them rather than try and paint them separately, because you've got these parts here, the tyres, they're going to go in the back, and then you'll have a seam there to deal with. So if you've painted it all first, you have to mask it all and paint it again afterwards anyway. So I'll be doing all that. I'll build the wheels up and then paint them together. Not even sure what colour they are. What colour are the wheels? Are they still green? Don't know. Are the wheels still green on this version? I've got them as grey there, but they look like they're still green there. Can somebody tell me in the comments below, please, so I don't have to buy any reference material for Chieftains. But yeah, you can see those suspension units there. They are beautifully moulded. I'm sorry, it's because of this coloured plastic, it's difficult to show you any detail. It's always the same with the lighter greys. And you can see the beautiful bolt detail on those wheel centres, the bearing hubs. So yeah. I think I'm liking this kit, guys. I really do. I think I might like this. And if you're watching, Luke, I hope you enjoy watching me build it, and I hope me doing it gets you some watchers. So here we have all our side protection. We have our skirts, we have our fenders, we've got the rubber, oh they're lovely. We've got the rubber sort of mud flaps on the ends. We've got these are going to be our central suspension bits, I'm guessing. Look how easy they could get broken off. I would have thought Meng would have put something on the sprue up around them, but they are just asking to be snapped off, which is another reason why I say always get your sprues back in the bags, guys. We've got our main gearbox end covers there, and those mud flats on there, they're lovely, aren't they? They're gorgeous. They're really, really nice. Beautifully done. This could be I mean, you don't need it. This is just out of box this build, isn't it? It'd be lovely. As I say, if you know of accuracy issues, please let me know. And if you could tell me the colours of everything translated into Tamiya paints, I'd be interested to know as well. And I'd love to know, are those wheels supposed to be green? because I'm assuming this would have been a normal sort of green Chieftain tank, and then when it went on the Berlin front, I'm guessing it was just overpainted with those brown, grey and cream colours. But look at the hinge detail on there. Really, really, really nice. There's a little bit of texture on there as well. That is going to be a beautiful, beautiful model. As I say, if it's not accurate, I don't know, and I don't particularly care, to be honest, because it's just moulded so nicely. And obviously, as you know, with these reviews, as we've been caught out in the past with the Apache and everything, you know, you do a review, you get all excited about all the beautiful moulding and the beautiful textures and some of the great, you know, stuff that's gone into it. And then when you start to build it and you find out the instructions are a complete nightmare and nothing fits and there's ejector bin marks everywhere and this is wrong, that's wrong, so much missing, you've got parts in the instructions that don't exist, and you've got parts on the sprues that don't exist in the instructions, and on and on and on. But hopefully this will be a very, very pleasurable build, because I am getting sick and tired of moaning about the kits, and I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing me moan about them. But anyway, there we go. As I say, if you want to see this built, get on over to, well, you can watch it being built on my channel, but come and join in the group build over on Black Rifle Model Works. And also he has a live stream on this Friday at 8 PM. I think it's the last Friday of every month he has a live stream, and I may well be in the chat on there unless I go to the pub, I don't know, we shall see. But anyway, thank you for watching, thanks for taking the time, and I really recommend you go and get this one. I got this from Creative Models and they've had a sale, and I'm just going to grab the receipt. I think the retail price of this kit is £77.99. I paid £46.80 for it, and I got free postage. So I would seriously recommend, there you go, I would seriously recommend you going to get one. £77.99, I paid £46.80. So very highly recommended, looking at what I've seen here. So we'll start the build on Saturday, and I guess that's going to be midnight on Friday, so we could start cutting sprues off. I don't think I should be doing that after a Friday night at the pub. But anyway, I'll see you all soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry guys, just packing this away and realised I hadn't showed you the photo etch. It was sort of sitting in the side of the box. So we've got the photo etch and the decals here, or decals. So the photo etch, normal sort of Chinese style of having the plastic on either side. But as you can see, you've got some very, very fine mesh there. Really, really nice. That's one of the things I didn't like about the Scammell exhaust. You've got that mesh around there, which is beautiful, but it's all very heavy. So if you are going to do those Scammells, maybe somebody will come out, somebody like Voyager will come out with a replacement set and get some fine etch on there. But it was all very, very heavy. But yeah, very, very nice. We've got engine covers there. They're a heavier mesh, but these are very fine. They're for the baskets, aren't they? Of course, these mesh here, these are designed to be walked on, aren't they? But those won't be. And then finally, we've got a little decal sheet, tiny little sheet. And as you can see, we have two different registrations there. I'm not sure if they're accurate or not. It looks like it's been cut out with a pair of scissors by a person. We've got some stencil data there. We have the vehicle warning markings there. We've got a badge there, a unit badge. The boxes, the red crosses are for the first aid boxes. Obviously, we got a backing probably for that 59 there. So all in all, lovely. And we have got 3 fire extinguisher decals. So hopefully, we could use one on the Scammell. Maybe cut one in half and have bits and pieces of it and have it all chipped. So we shall see. But yeah, very nice indeed. And also, the bag that the instructions came in, that's now been used for the clear parts, so they're in there so they won't get damaged. Lucky they didn't get scratched. So if you're getting one of these and you're getting it from a shop, perhaps open the box, have a look, and make sure those clear parts aren't scratched, because if you want to have your infrared light lens open, then the last thing you want on there is a great big scratch. So there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.